So being a more casual, not super competitive player, I was actually going to give you a choice.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what my decks are,
Okay.
but I have 5 different decks that I have played with recently,
Okay.
and I was going to give you a choice, just 1 through 5. What do you want to play against?
3 for sure.
Number 3.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's
I
a good
hope
one.
so.
Okay, you're in for it.
MTL. This is round 3 of the Snap Judgments League. How are you feeling going into this really intense game?
I am excited, both because I have been watching your videos and I enjoy your personality,
All right.
and as I mentioned maybe in the pregame, I'm not super competitive in these things and more of a casual player, so I feel like I get that vibe from you, like you're
Yeah.
not as intense as some people. So the fact that we're talking during our match is an example of that.
It makes me, one, I feel like it should give me an edge because I'm used to talking while playing, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
So, maybe that'll help me out, but also I can't sit here and just do nothing for 30 minutes. I've got the ADDs pretty badly. So
Yeah.
all is well. So your name is MTL. What do you do for a living?
By day, I write software,
Ooh.
and oh boy, my opponent's snapping on me. Hold on.
Sorry. I have my principles.
Okay.
If I see things, I have to snap. I don't know what you're playing, so this could be a terrible choice.
You're in trouble, let me tell you.
Okay, good. I like to hear that.
No. Trying to identify your deck.
It's
so
easy.
I keep track of the meta casually.
Yeah, I don't play in there.
Okay, so I'm expecting maybe a Sandman to come out.
That would be, what fool would play Sandman in something like this?
Yes.
That would be ridiculous.
Probably you picked a good deck for yourself to match up against.
Oh, did I?
Possibly.
Oh, we'll see.
We shall see.
Uh-huh. So what kind of software do you make?
I write software that most for probably the past 10 or so years that it runs in cars. So
Sweet.
different parts of the car. So, cars are getting more and more computerized.
Uh-huh.
And so I am a small cog in that machine.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I do not have a smart car.
Neither do I, actually.
Yeah. Mine is still very dumb, and it's okay with me.
Yeah.
Does not bother me. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Right. So I think this is probably good. I do assume I know what you're playing, but that doesn't mean it's going to work out for me. We're going to hope.
Okay.
I'm going to hope, at least. You don't have to hope. But
I do not hope it works out for you. I'm sorry.
it's okay. So how has the tournament gone for you so far?
So I'm 1-1, and so I play this a little bit with my kids too. So
Nice.
I have 3 kids, 2 teenagers, and 1 tween. And at one point they were all playing. My oldest has stopped playing at this point, but and maybe my youngest too. But he still, they like to sit here. Streamers have their chat advising them, and they have their deck trackers, and so I have my kids that sit beside me like during my tournament matches and
Sweet.
and help me out.
That's awesome. I do not have a deck tracker. I just have to remember everything because I play on Mac. So I'm just stuck.
I do have a deck tracker on desktop. That's in fact why I was using desktop also, to have Discord all set up nicely and all that.
Yeah.
But
my deck
but
is
it doesn't
pretty
work
straightforward.
very well. It doesn't work very well. So
That's not good.
it's gotten messed up since some updates or something.
Okay. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I was really happy when it would like track my wins and losses. Like that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
because it really doesn't do anything for me. So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just a good time. All right, we'll see about this. I'll let you think
Yes.
for your final play.
I don't have much thinking to do. I only got one card. It's only one thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you? What I know you're a teacher.
Yeah.
You are the worst person
I
I've
know
ever
it.
met.
I feel so terrible. And I don't know what was under there, but I was afraid that this was hella tribunal. But that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense with a Cerebro. So, oh. All right.
What do you think I got now?
Well, Valkyrie would be. Well, no. Yeah, Valkyrie.
Yes.
And then something else.
So
That was
this is
3-ish
where
power.
this is where if my kids had been here, they'd be like, "Dad, he's gonna Eliath you. Just get out of this. You've lost the whole thing. He's got your number." And
I would say Invisible Woman is not a good, but in general, unless you play differently, I think you do have a shot, because I don't have any ways of dealing with like ongoing stuff. So
yeah,
use that to your advantage. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, no, I teach high school special ed.
okay,
Is my day job, and
that's cool.
I have 2 kids of my own. One just turned 3, and the other is 6 months. So it's a busy
They're
time.
just starting out then. Yeah, those early years, they're trying.
Holy crap! And I hear everyone talk about how important the first few years are, and not that I don't feel like they're important, but it's so exhausting.
Yeah,
But that's also why my life schedule is so ridiculous. Like I got up today at 4, so I could start recording a Balatro video before this, and then get into stuff. Just because that's the free time that I have at this point in time. So
yeah.
it's
my
not my
youngest-
favorite, but
My youngest was an early riser and would wake up at like 4:30 every day for his first year.
disgusting.
And so I was my wife would feed him, and then I would take him like on a walk, and so we saw so many sunrises, just
Yeah.
carrying him around my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And he doesn't remember it, but it was a special time for me.
Yeah.
And I still look back on that fondly. We actually also busted some car burglars.
Ooh.
We were
Wow.
we were just walking through the neighborhood, and I saw these teenagers. I'm like, what
Yeah.
are teenagers doing in my neighborhood at 5:30 a.m.?
That's
And they're
Weird.
like kind of looking behind them and looking around, and I just called the non-emergency police line and
Yeah.
said, "It's these guys that are kind of like, it looks like they're up to no good. I don't really see them doing anything." And they're like, "Where are you?" And I told them, and they're like, I hear the dispatcher turn to another dispatcher like, "I think we found them."
holy
And
cow.
they had apparently tried to steal a car at a nearby gas station or something like that, and then ran for it. And now they're hiding out and maybe looking for their next hit or something like that. And
Dude. Well
and,
done.
and the police, when we looped back on our walk, the police had them all sitting there on the curb, putting them in the back.
That's amazing.
So
Good deed done for the day, or a
Yeah.
while. That's amazing. Ooh. I like this.
Jean Grey is one of my favorite cards that is hard to find a good place to play.
Yes. And it works pretty well against Sandman, depending on what you want to do.
Yeah.
And what you draw. So we'll see about this one. I don't know yet. So your kids are a little bit older?
Yes. So I have one in college and one in high school and one in middle school.
Cool. That's awesome. I mean, for new parents, do you have any good advice on, especially like the stage that I'm at, on how to kind of survive it?
I mean, I think my big takeaway for the current stage in life is like, I want my kids to exceed me and be better than me in
Hmm.
every way possible. Like I don't want to compete with them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
totally.
that's one thing that I feel like is maybe people don't think about early on, but I'm trying to build a better nerd.
Sure.
You know,
That's
I'm
that's fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's hopefully universal for parents is like you want your kids to be better and do more than you.
Yeah.
And I don't know that it always is, but I feel like that's a big thing.
Yeah. But
Uh,
those young years, those are especially the under one. I mean, those can be hard. Like two to four was my absolute favorite. I just love how dumb kids are and how they say the stupidest things that are
oh,
so
dude, it's
hilarious.
so good.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous little people, and it's so
Yeah.
much fun.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. I think the thing that drives me bananas is how it's difficult and impossible to communicate with like a 0 to probably 1.5 year old because they don't understand anything, and so being unable to reason with people drives me nuts. Like,
Yeah.
oh
Right.
gosh, I think that's what makes it the toughest at this point. But
Yeah. Yes. They are boy, just got all these tricks up your sleeve, don't you?
I think you'll probably win. Oh, dang it! Thought you had what's his face. So this is the probably the best deck like for me, the one that I'm the most comfortable with.
Hmm.
There's a reason that I picked it. I before another tournament, I played it over 300 times in one day. Like just figuring out this is when you do everything. Like this is when you snap. If you have this combo, this is exactly how you play it. Like I feel pretty confident in this deck. So I do feel a little bit bad, but
I mean, I did give you the selection. Let's see if
that's
I
true.
had. Did I have anything that would have been a lot better against Sandman in that list of five?
Some sort of control
Um,
deck.
I didn't have any control decks
Okay.
really. This one has Jean Grey. That's as close as I get to.
I will say though, like Jean Grey could screw me over depending on how and when it's played. So I don't know. We'll see. This is my weird question. That if you have a good answer, sweet. If not, no stress. But it's a little strange. Oh
Oh
no.
my goodness!
Yeah.
Of all the cards,
That
I
that
kept.
is a huge bummer. I think I lost Odin, which does not matter to me. If I
Yeah,
was your kids, I would yell at you to retreat, but
yeah,
totally up to
yeah. I
you.
think I gotta go this time.
Um,
All right, what? Hit me.
yeah.
What's your question?
So, do you consider yourself to be a happy person?
Yes, I would say so. I'm pretty optimistic in
Okay.
my outlook, and despite the chaos of the world surrounding me, I feel like I have so many good things in my life. I mean, I have some challenges as well,
Yeah.
um, but I have a pretty optimistic and happy view of the world overall.
Okay. That's good. I like that. I as a teacher, you come across other teachers or students who I don't know. They seem like they're struggling a bit, whether it's just life in general or home circumstances. Like it could be a million different things. But oh boy. I think for me, I started thinking last night, like what I consider myself to be a happy person. And I don't feel like I have a good answer. I don't think the answer is no, but I don't know that I can look at it on like a you're either this or that sort of scale at this point either. Um, so it's more of a selfish question, and I'm polling the Marvel Snap community, I guess. But that's a good answer. I like that. Oh,
I I just gotta take a risk
Ooh,
here. Nice.
dude. Oh no. Ooh,
Okay.
Grandmaster.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh, dude, that is a great idea. All right, I like that.
I was
So,
hoping that would
yeah, that would
come in
catch me.
handy later.
Dang it. Well, and so my guess is that it could, right? I don't know that that's great for me, but it is 5 power and it's inked. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Here. We'll see about this one. But that was, yeah, that was just, I'm just curious. Cause I feel like I work with students where I try to get them to be positive, but then I go home and I'm like, dang it, I'm so freaking tired today. And so kind of where joy comes from, I guess, is a thing that I'm intrigued by for other people.
Yeah.
Not that I have no joy, but
Yeah.
it's just
I
interesting.
mean, I feel like I'm curious. Like being curious will get you a long way.
Yeah.
In the world, like curious about other people, curious about, how things came to be, curious
Yes.
about how the world works, like all those types of things. So I feel like curiosity serves me well in the sense that I can oh, you played Wave. No wonder my
Yeah. Everything's probably a little weird.
yeah. If only I had played Mobius.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so I feel like just that I don't understand people who are often bored.
Yeah.
To me, it just feels like there's so much out there that you can learn about and be curious to or come to understand that you don't understand today. There's always more than any one person can know, and so.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Oh man. See, I went a little early and I lost my Grandmaster, so I can't repeat.
That's a really good strategy though. Like I like that a lot. Interesting. All right, so you said you're a little more casual with this. Like what do you
Especially
generally hit
today,
infinite? Oh.
especially today when I'm only half paying attention to the game.
Yeah, no. You're good. You're doing fine. This is a deck that I am stupidly confident in. So the dumbest thing I did was bring a Junk Galactus deck into a tournament game. Like that's why. So I've learned a little bit about playing in tournaments and stuff like that too, but not a ton. I will say my hand sucks right now. Sokovia keeps ruining my fun, but I don't know. What can you do? What decks do you generally enjoy playing?
I like things that are kind of a little off meta or that have some surprise in them.
Sure.
And so, Grandmaster, Valkyrie are sort of the
That's great.
surprise and playing something a little unusual. One of my other decks is something like the meta Thanos, with what's a big dumb guy? You know what it is. But I've substituted in there Lady Deathstrike.
Oh yeah.
As a little bit of spice, and like
Ooh.
that can really catch people off guard. I got the idea listening to somebody or other say there's no way to interact with Dracula,
right?
And discard is number 2, and and it's hard to deal with all these stones. And I thought, well, there's one way I can deal with both of those,
right?
And so I've been trying that out, and it doesn't work every game, of course, but
sure.
It's a nice little splash that can flip some games that they thought they were going to win.
No, that's really cool. I was walking home from work yesterday and I was thinking like there's got to be a cool like Lady Deathstrike deck that exists out there at this point. Like someone had to have done something. I That's a good idea. I like that a lot.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna have enough to compete against your points here.
I don't know. I mean, not with that one. I really do like there are instances where Jean Grey will screw me over super intensely. And I think if you were able to get magic down before, what was the other card that was over there? Valkyrie. You would have won the right location, I believe. So it's all, I don't know. This is a intense deck. I haven't even gotten Sandman out since like the first game. So
Yeah. Well, this is actually where I like to be, down to one
Yeah.
energy. Like all in.
Yep.
I got nothing to lose, so you better. I'm just gonna start playing
Yeah.
crazy like you've never seen before.
Do it. Oh, come on.
That I'll take that.
Yeah, that's really good for you. Ooh. I'm gonna do this. So how high generally like do you make it during a season? Ooh, that's not great. Like, do you usually hit infinite every season?
So I don't always buy the season pass card.
Okay.
My teenager does.
Okay.
But I'm a cheapskate by nature. I don't always buy it, and I don't always hit infinite either. Sometimes not through lack of trying.
Yeah. It's been a rough few seasons.
I get stuck in the 90s sometimes, and just tread water and never seem to make any progress.
I believe I've hit infinite, whatever the Galaxy or Guardians of the Galaxy season was. That was the season that I hit infinite for the first time, and since then I've done it every season, but it doesn't always matter. What do I? Strange one. I don't know. I assume you've got Cage somewhere, but I have no idea.
Well, I would have Cage if it weren't for that.
Oh no.
That buff that they buffed him up to 4.
Oh, that's right.
He ruins Cerebro.
Okay. I'll tell you, I have one of the worst hands I've ever seen. So
excellent. This is exactly where I want you.
This could be your game. We'll see. I mean, I feel like I can win one lane for sure, right? But securing the other 2 is where I'm trying to figure out life a little bit. But we'll see. Sweet. Yeah, I got really annoyed when I couldn't get Mockingbird the other day. And one of the questions I had was just in general, like, do you try to stay collection complete? But if you don't get season passes, probably not.
Right.
Like
I have bought, I think 3 of them.
Okay.
And so I'm such a cheapskate, but my son gives me money for my birthday or Christmas just to buy the season pass. He's just like,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's good of him.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So I do have Loki, I do have Miss Marvel, and for some reason I bought Black Swan. I wish I would have saved that birthday money for
I think Black Swan is
Summers.
Cool, but I don't know. It's not good enough to be like a season pass card yet. Maybe they'll do something with it. But yeah. So my other question, maybe the last question, who knows where this will go. But I need to ask everyone how they feel about Aaron Glazer, the host of Snap Judgments.
Aaron, okay. I only know him as Pulse Glazer. I thought his first name was
Glazer.
Pulse.
Oh, yeah. Pulse. Dude, that would be a great first name. My next kid, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how that guy has cycles to do everything he does.
Yeah.
Well,
Woo! Dude. All right.
there it is.
I feel a little bad, man. But
I mean,
that was good. I think I did accidentally pick a pretty good deck for me to go up against.
yes, he did.
And if you watch the video, I spent the last like minute with Eliath pulled up, and I was just shaking my head no, that I wasn't going to do that to you. But I think Odin Scarlet Witch is almost just as evil, but it doesn't make me feel as guilty. So
yeah.
no. I for one, I believe that Glazer is incredibly mean and hates the community. That's my feeling.
He just needs an attitude adjustment.
He does.
Okay.
Dang it, friggin' that dude. I love him so much. He's wonderful. No, this was fun, man. Thanks for coming and hanging out.
Yeah.
I'll get this up a little bit later today, but it was a pleasure. I hope things go well. And if you ever want to learn how to play Sandman, I'll frickin', I got a million videos on it. So
All right.
it's really mean. Maybe don't do it. It's disrespectful to other players. But
so let me ask you this in closing. So I had in my list of 5, I had a Phoenix Force deck.
Ugh.
I had a mill deck.
yeah.
I had a poison,
Oh yeah.
Man thing plus a Nihilus type deck. What would you have hated the most? I didn't have a lockdown.
No,
in
that's
my
okay.
list.
What was the first one you said? Phoenix Force?
Phoenix Force.
Yeah, that one.
A mill deck.
Phoenix Force is
Phoenix
a
Force.
huge freaking problem. Because I don't have Shang. I don't have a way of like zeroing out energy. I just have one game plan, which is if I see Electro on 3 and Sandman is in my hand, I snap and then we go. And so like I just have to hope. But like because you can move Phoenix Force and that just gains power, there's no way for me to really fight against that most of the time. Because even guessing with Eliath, like that doesn't do anything. So
Yeah.
This truly was probably the best deck for me to go up against out of the list that you had. The mill deck could be a problem, but that's kind of up to RNG a little bit too. But you can get probably 2 or 3 cards out of my deck, I assume, and then probably ruin my hand if you got like Moon Knight in there. So that would.
And the nerf to Yondu also.
Oh yeah.
Hit that deck a little bit.
Yeah, I would still find that annoying because I need 1-drops to get Ms. Marvel online. Except for when we get Central Park and I can't play 1-drops. So I don't know. Yeah, no, this was fun, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for showing up. Hope things go well in the rest of the tournament. We got 1 more week left, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, sweet. Appreciate you, man. Thanks so much.
Yep. Thank you.
I'll see you
Have
later.
a good day.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye.
A frickin' class act, that guy. That was fun. MTL, thanks so much. Appreciate the time. If you made it this far in the video, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Make good choices. Remember, you're going to have a great day whether you know it or not. And as always, peace.